So for those of you who are in the commercial world and there's just so much nonsense going on in the media about things that are going on, whether the market's good, the market's bad, what's going on, like what to focus on, I wanted to make a video to just clear it all up. There's so many people who are still making great money, yet there's still a lot of people who are struggling to get their very first deal done. So I want to dive into this video and kind of talk about what's going on, at least from my perspective. So first and foremost, listen, interest rates are high. Case in point, we all know that. And we're at this kind of inflection point where something is about to happen. Again, I'm recording this in early May of 2023, where the interest rates are high. Sellers still want a crazy number most of the time. They're not willing to adjust on their prices. Buyers are kind of holding off because they don't need to buy anything unless the deal absolutely makes sense, which is like a 7, 8, 9, 10 cap at this point. The point is that we're kind of at this crazy middle ground where, like, again, this has been happening and been going on for quite some time. However, I am seeing that some sellers are starting to come around. Right? Some buyers are starting to get back into the playing field. So either there's people who are completely holding off, which is those buyers who are just completely holding off on one side, and there's also those sellers who are just like, I absolutely astronomical prices. But then there's that middle gray area, people who are like open to selling for a halfway decent price, and buyers who are willing to pay a decent price, right? Because they just want a decent return. Now, again, modest, like a very rough, halfway decent deal still won't make sense a lot of the time unless you are a great negotiator. If you're finding deals right now that are just a 7 cap straight up, that means when they have an interest rate of 7.5% or higher possibly, guess what? They're probably losing money. However, if you're able to find a deal where, let's just say it's a 7.5, maybe almost 8 cap day one, and there's some massive value add opportunities because the rent is very low. The point is there's a lot of opportunity in that type of market where you can find these opportunities for investors where the deal today is pretty good and then the deal down the road is great. Okay, and think about it. If the deal makes a lot of sense in this type of economy, then it's gonna make even more sense once interest rates drop in 2024. Just keep that in mind that, like, right now, it's about who can source the best types of properties, okay, the best deals, because again, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, if you find a 5 cap, it's probably not gonna sell. You find a 6 cap, it's probably not gonna sell, right? It's just not gonna sell, and that's okay. They give you long-term follow-ups, but do not spend a lot of time on those types of opportunities. And there's also several asset classes right now, like the office market and the retail market, which are sort of struggling more so than the other areas, right? Like development world, still crazy on fire in certain areas. The multifamily world, super on fire. The industrial market, still super on fire. You still can't find a freaking 4 cap or a 5 cap or maybe even a 6 cap with multifamily or industrial properties in the right areas. But again, if you find decent deals with multifamily or industrial, there's a lot of people who are gonna buy it. But again, I just had a deal the other day that I was talking to somebody about an office building. The office building had insane upside, crazy upside. The price per square foot was absolutely a super low price per square foot. Now here's the thing, it still wouldn't sell because the income sucked and the upside is really not that great because who the heck is looking to release an office space? It almost didn't even matter. It's just important to understand to ride the wave of the asset classes that are absolutely crushing it instead of the asset classes that are really falling by the wayside. So you need to be great, you need to become great at sourcing great opportunities in this market more than anything else. Because if you cannot find great deals, you're not gonna do deals, right? I mean, that's just what the type of economy we're in right now. So, and again, I'm not telling you that you need to hold off till 2024 like a lot of investors are to start making some money. There is a lot of opportunity in the waters right now, and you just need to become an even better negotiator. Let's just take some quick takeaways because I know this is gonna be a short video, but again, some quick takeaways for you. Takeaway number 1 is, again, ride the wave of the asset classes that are doing the most business. If your brokerage focuses on office buildings and you're trying to be in the office market right now, you're probably struggling. However, if your office focuses on industrial or multifamily, you're probably doing okay at least. So I would say just make sure you're cognizant of the fact that, like, okay, are you at the right brokerage that is going to allow you to have success down the road? And if your brokerage is stuck 100 years ago, then guess what? It's maybe a good time to change. So again, ride the wave of whatever asset classes are crushing it in this type of economy and try to run very far away from the brokerages and the teams that have not yet changed or they just don't want to adapt in the first place. Takeaway number 2 is you need to be a great negotiator. You have to be a great negotiator and be great at sourcing fantastic opportunities because the better you can be at sourcing good deals, the more deals you're gonna do, and the better of a negotiator you can be, the more money you'll make per deal. Another takeaway that I have for this is it's now taking about 2 to 4 times as much activity to have the same result as last year. So if last year, hypothetically, you were having 20 conversations a day, You need to be having between 40 and 80 conversations a day to have the same result as you made last year. So again, in 2021, let's say that was your best year ever. Again, for some of you who've been in the business for quite some time. If in 2021 you made a lot of money and then 2022 you started to slow down, you're starting to slow down even more now, what does your activity look like? Are you still making the same 20 conversations a day? Or have you upgraded? My team, I've been telling them every single year, you need to be doing more than you did the year before. Now, don't get me wrong. What's going to happen is their standard, when the economy starts to shift and things start exploding again, their standard is going to be 100 conversations a day, and they're going to absolutely knock it out of the park. They'll go from making 100 a year to $1 million a year in 1 year because of their level of standard. Even though the economy's a little tight, they're going to be able to bump up their income. That's my third takeaway. And last takeaway is, listen, realize that this does not last forever. This type of economy will not last forever. However, it will last a period of time. And if you're not willing to adjust with the markets, you're going to be left behind. So it's important to know that if you want to succeed right now, it is going to take massive levels of action, becoming better at finding great deals, becoming a better negotiator. This will shift. This will come back. And if your standard is much higher in the future, you're going to make way more money than you've ever seen possible. But if your standard never changes, you're going to struggle and if not fall out of the business in the meantime. So by the way, if you have any questions about like how to scale your business, make sure you put in the comment section down below or schedule a call with me as well. Other than that, guys, I really appreciate the time as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.
If you're still watching this video, that means to me that you're a committed real estate agent and you're looking to take your life and business to the next level. I'm just curious, why have you yet to schedule your free, no obligation coaching consultation? All you have to do is simply go in the description down below, and people are telling me this call has been the most unbelievable, the most powerful call they've had in their entire career. And here's just a few of the individuals who have taken full advantage of this call. And my mission is to support as many realtors as possible, build a 6- and 7-figure net income business so that they don't have to rely on this industry anymore for their everyday income. If you're a committed realtor, which I can seem like you are, all you have to simply do to take full advantage of this free coaching consultation is to go in the description down below and schedule your free call now.